All right. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. We're doing the Criterion Blu-ray, which I have. And I saw the first half of this film at Cannes, but it was very late and I started getting very tired. And I had a 10 a.m. Terrence Malick movie the next morning, and I was like, okay, I can just watch this later because I wasn't. I was too tired. I was going pretty hard. How does my copy start? Well, let's find out. With the Criterion logo, because mine is a Criterion Blu-ray. Would you like to know when the Criterion logo ends? The Criterion logo ends. We have not started the film yet. At 12 seconds. At 13 seconds, there's a neon logo. At 13 seconds, and then at let's see. At 23 seconds, there's what is this? Arte? What is this? No, something K2, MK2. Yeah, that was at 23 seconds MK2 logo, and then Festival de Cannes Best Screenplay at 34 seconds, and then another logo at 38 or 39 seconds. It is Arte. That's funny. It's funny that I thought the other one was Arte, and then Arte showed up anyway. And then Illy's Films at 48 seconds. There's a lot of production companies here. So let me know which one you think. Okay, so Illy's Films seems to be a part of the real movie with Neon Presents. So the real movie starts at 48 seconds. With the Illy's Isles Films or whatever. So that's how you that's how you sync your copy. I'm just gonna force out one more quick pee just in case, because this movie's 2 hours. I'll be right back. All right. I think we're good. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Ready, spaghetti. I got my subtitles and everything. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, and since there's so many production company logos, I'm going to quickly review this thing that I picked up in the States, a Stella Artois cider. I was very confused about that. I'm not expecting it to be good. I like Stella as a beer. I know that if you live not in North America, you think I'm a peasant for saying that, but yeah, it's a dependable, like, normal beer. But this cider, now it says European style cider. What makes it European style? What's weird is it kind of tastes like Stella the beer as a cider. Not sure if I love it, but I'll drink it. It's all right. It's a little bitter. All right, time to watch the movie. Here we go. Perfect timing. If I have to pick a number now, it would be a 5 for the cider, not the movie. I think it's been 20 minutes. I gotta change this. Well, movie's over. End credits. What's on my screen? She said the title, and now she's on the boat. We have commenced the flashback. Rowing. Should have said something. Maybe they could have. Didn't even say a word. They might have been able to like steer towards it. This shot's really nice looking. That looks fantastic. I don't know if I've seen Ammonite, but I know that you asking about it, I know that there's even more similarities than it being a period piece film. I can think of like 10 better ciders than that. It's not the worst cider I've had, but it's just kind of pointless. Like, I guess Stella might as well get into the market. Why not? That's almost a baguette. Some fromage. That knife is shit. Nice. Sinex, you watched this. She reminds me almost of like Kristen Stewart. She looks like Bella in Twilight right now. Mm-hmm. She eats anyone that tries to paint her. Mid paint. I was a con in 2018 and 2019 and no other years. You must distract her by lighting her on fire before you paint her. That's the plan. Detective. This only got the one nom, right? Or did it get cinematography? I know it won the Palm. You don't. Oh, it wasn't even nominated for foreign language. Did France not submit it? Huh. I should stand up for a bit. I gotta sit to SanDisk. Why the fuck aren't I using it? I put my accolades up on the wall behind me. My YouTube plaques and stuff. That's a new thing. It didn't win the Palme d'Or either. Oh. I know it was at Con. Oh yeah, this was the same year as Parasite. Of course, it didn't win the Palme d'Or. The sound design with all the painting scenes is really good. Very textured. Yeah, we need VJ Emmy for this film. Damn. Oh, somebody could do that with AI now. VJ Emmy for Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Oh my god, that's the best idea. Someone could AI VJ Emmy's voice and do it for this film. That's a great idea. Somebody fucking do that. Oh my god. The whole movie, literally. Holy shit, that's the best idea I've ever had. Do it? I've got tendonitis right now. I can't be spending extra time clicking. Like it's like really bad right now. My symptoms are back. From the move, mostly, I think. Someone else has to do it for me. Although I wonder how well AI could even replicate VJ Emmy's voice with how thick the accent is. I bet it's possible. What a pervert. Does anyone know if like massage therapy can like do anything for tendonitis? I did like a quick search the other day but couldn't find anything. Like would that be like is there a specific thing that someone can do to like help? Cuz I'd pay for like that. Like I might just start seeing a massage therapist or something. I don't know if that's even a thing that exists for that though. She ain't that white. I think the reason I haven't done a professional massage is because I have a huge penis and I'm scared of getting a boner because it would be very noticeable. I couldn't hide it. Really? Colin, do you have like a link? I'm trying not to be typing it up myself because of the aforementioned issue. I'm just typing notes for the movie and that's it. Thank you. I'll look at that later. Why does it say sourcechatgpt.com in the URL you sent me? Like at the end of the URL. Oh. I know I'm going to disappoint people when I say this, but I think I think this is a really beautifully made movie that is very boring to me. And this is basically the experience I had in the theater. And I would have, if it connected with me more, then I would have made more of an effort to see it sooner. But with how much people rave about it, I didn't really have any interest in seeing it right away, kind of knowing that I wouldn't be in love with it because I knew people would just get mad. Like, I can see people loving it a lot more if they're attracted to women, because there's some very striking female presences in this film. Like, this is definitely a movie for like lesbians and straight dudes. Not saying that it's, you know, substanceless without that, but I think that does elevate it for people. If I were to try and rationalize why I don't connect with it as much, like, it's super well shot. A lot of the frames literally look like paintings. Like, the color grading's awesome. Love the sound design, like the environment as well. The tone is really great, but like, it's so slow, and slow in a way where it's not like a like Nuri Bilge Ceylan film where I feel connected to the things happening in the film. I'm kind of just not really interested in these characters. And I'm hoping that in the second half of this movie, which I haven't seen, so I made it further than this in the theater. I literally made it halfway before I decided I wanted to get some sleep for the Terrence Malick film in the morning. So I'm hoping something insane happens in the second half, to help me better understand. Yeah, it was like really late at night, and I was like, well, I could leave this movie and get sleep for the Terrence Malick movie in the morning, or feel obligated to stay in this movie and then be tired for the Terrence Malick movie in the morning, you know? Like, I would get more from it. Like, I'm seeing like the subtleties in their communication and how they're kind of like coming on to each other. She kind of like eyed her up there. I just like, it's great on like a filmmaking level, but I'm just not like, I don't connect with it. I'm trying to think of like a lesbian movie that I really love. Like, Blue is the Warmest Color was good, but that was also like very much a dude's lesbian movie. That was definitely not a lesbian movie for lesbians. And even that movie, like, I didn't find it amazing. I think that there is something like there is something kind of like unique about a good chunk of female storytelling that, it's clearly doing something for an audience that I'm just not as artistically in touch with. Have I ever eyed up someone? Scar from the Lion King, yes. And big cat fursuiters. Oh, the Handmaiden's awesome, but that's also for dudes. She looks like a Jedi. Just the clothes and the hair right now. Just the shot. It's a very Star Wars type. Oh, the favorite's incredible. I wonder if that's for dudes or not. The favorite seems... I'm not sure it's particularly in either direction. Will you come out tomorrow? Have I ever painted before? Yes. I did a pretty good job. Excuse me. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You bitch. You just bathe in the ocean every day? Be so salty. Blonde-haired actress quit acting not long after this came out. Was it because Roman Polanski won Best Director at the Caesars? Yeah, my hair feels dirty after the ocean. Stop being so fucking cold. It's just got Joker makeup. Like damaged tattoo on the forehead. What the frick? Where's VJ Emmy when you need him? That is like the best idea. I hope somebody does it. Somebody like pay VJ Emmy to do it. I mean, technically everything is. That's irrelevant to whether it's fleeting. All right, we're trying a different cider. Ace. Guava. No sugar added. I like it. Ace. The first asexual cider. I'm going to cool my arm for a little, actually. Gatter. I prefer pineapple ace. That's my favorite one, but it's a nice cider either way. Oh! Do you have to pay me double? Mom, I made a friend. Oh. I decided I was faking for attention the whole time. I was just doing it to fuck with you. I'm kind of glad we're watching it like this. I'm getting a bit more enjoyment being able to like make snarky comments over top of it. Even though I know that's not what people want me to do that love this film, but like I said, like I already did the theater experience and I was having a more boring time with it, right? So it's a very funny facial expression she has right now. It's good though, and also it is picking up for me. I'm enjoying it more than the first 35, 40 minutes. Like that was that whole opening, but like now it's kind of picking up. That opening had no business being that slow. I don't know if I can like forget that. And I was very intently watching too to try and correct my potential incorrect feelings from the first watch. Yeah, hella oofa doofa opening. It's still slow, but like things are in motion now. I think I'll be okay. I don't feel compelled to shut it off or anything, don't worry. This isn't best in show. How do I hate best in show? Because it fucking sucks. And you're stupid. And you're dumb. And you're a baby. Uh-oh. Don't do it. It's Satan. Everybody loves it. I think it's really lame. Apparently, it picks up in the last like third of the movie, which I didn't get to because I was just exhausted. Uh, excuse me. Dun 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 bam 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 boom boom bam 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 That might have been the right key. Might have been the right key. Yeah, beautiful shots. Really, really great cinematography. Tempo, but I don't want to do that tempo. I would like to do my own tempo. Okay, let's see if I can match this tempo. All right, see if that was the right tempo. I'm not going to fact check it right now. I'm trying not to do as much typing and clicking. What's my favorite Rocky movie? None of them. Actually, did I finish Creed? If I did, that's the only one I watched. But I don't even know if I finished it. I just have no interest in the Rocky movies. You're drunk. Nobody had fire extinguishers either. Everybody had fires all over the place and no fire extinguishers. Like so many people's houses must fucking burn down. Everybody's just drunk all the time. What a pervert. My knee is kind of fucked up right now. Ugh. Just get good at it. That looks like a very uncomfortable position to be in for an extended period of time. Hmm. You're just saying things that I'm doing. Boosh. The mighty Boosh. Excuse me. Games I cannot do with my wrist issues. Those cards look like shit. Get a proper deck. Show us the gameplay. I want to see it. Show the smacking. I feel like I remember this scene too. Like I feel like I made it this far. I feel like I watched more than an hour. She's a Jedi. Rey Skywalker. Because they're stinky. See, that knife's way better. Oh my god, look at it cut. Oh, those are mushrooms also. I thought that was like bread. I was like, wow, whoa. That's a hefty mushroom. I want that mushroom. I'm the kind of horse that'll just eat a fucking raw mushroom. I'll just fucking chomp it. Why do I find the third wheel character annoying? I felt this way when I watched it in a theater as well. I don't know what I don't like about her. Like, what's her deal? Yeah, T10 is fantastic. T10. Look, I like a good French feminist movie, but I also like there to be gore in it. Okay. T10. The substance was made by a French person. Jean Diamant. See, that movie is even slower and more feminist, but I fucking love it. I'm just not. Maybe I'm not really big into like romance movies in general. I'm not big into romance movies, and I'm not big into period pieces. It's not a great combo for me. I think that's part of why. Now throw yourself into the fire, child. Man, there was a subreddit post that was kind of too funny for me to type out a response to. Of somebody like seriously concerned, like, why does Adam hate children? As if I hate kids like in real life and not just kids in movies. Like, okay. Like, I have friends with kids. I like those kids. I have family members with kids. I like those kids. Random kids, not so much. Screaming babies in restaurants and airplanes, not so much. What? This is funny. Oh my god, Emma Stone spoke my mind in Kinds of Kindness. Oh wait, that was not Kinds of Kindness, that was Poor Things. How can they hear the whispering? How can they hear the whispering? You can only hear that if you're doing that directly into the mic. In that real environment, you wouldn't be able to hear the whispering at all. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't have professional mixing in real life. Yeah, this song is weird. This is so loud. Holy shit. I gotta turn it down. The rest of the movie's mixed normal. Oops. Oh my god. Ow. Okay. All right, can I turn the volume back up now? Even without the whispering, like the audio of that song was just so clearly recorded, like in a studio. It felt very this is a movie and the audio is in post, you know? Like it was kind of annoying that even though it was happening allegedly diegetically in some fashion, that it like never once sounded like that. I'm also very autistic when it comes to sound. I want to go on fire again. Beans and meat. You think the steam was added in post? I think it was. Otherwise, the actress wouldn't have taken a bite. She would have burned her mouth. Was it soup? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Is chili a soup? You turned into a movie? Oh, tuned. Oh, really? That's hilarious. E2's like actually. This is like the last movie I would have expected Diesel Patches to watch. I don't know if I remember them ever talking about any movie. I thought they just talked about YouTube drama and stuff. That's hilarious. Why would they watch it? Seems like so not up their alley. I don't know if they're more right wing than like anybody else in the commentary community. I think that's just naturally kind of like the vibe. That's cool, Nick. I think all women are secretly bisexual anyway, so. or That's not true. I think the female sexuality is a bit more fluid than male on average. Every lesbian I ever knew has a story about how she like persuaded how they'll all brag about how they persuaded a straight girl into like either having sex with them or dating them. Like every lesbian I've ever known has one of those stories. Like they love doing that. Yeah, I think men have a more emotional trigger over the idea of being something being gay. I think there's more repression probably going on. And also, like, I don't know, male anatomy. Like, if you're not getting a boner, you don't really do anything, right? Whereas I feel like female anatomy, like, I don't know. I'm not an expert by any means, but I feel like you could still do like positive, pleasurable stimulation in a way that. Yeah. That might be an incorrect, crazy, stupid statement. I was just kind of speaking out loud. There's like 5 more babies stuck in there. Fisting. There's a baby saying, "Get me out of here." Yeah. This is the Patreon watch along, and I'm deeply sorry that I'm not glued to the film. Like, I think it's very well made. It's very incredibly well made. I'm just like, I'm so not attached in terms of storytelling. It's made with like a lot of love, very obviously. I don't even know what message you said. Sloth. Better than Blue's the warmest color. I mean, Blue's the warmest color. I there's something about like I only watched that film once, but I remember the camera movement was like really like kind of shaky, expressive in that film, which I kind of gravitate towards. And I feel like narratively, the way things progressed in that film, I was more attached to. Like, I think I liked that movie overall, even though the 20-minute sex scene was like, what the fuck? It was just like, oh, here's porn in the middle of the movie. We shot lesbian porn for straight dudes in this lesbian romance. I was talking about a different movie. You're welcome, Katie. You're just fucking her armpit now? Like, what's going on? Blue is the Warmest Color was not just directed by a man, it was directed by a fucking pervert. A French man. She's magic. Is it going to reveal that she never actually put out the fire and that this was just a big hallucination? And that she burned for real? Well, sorry to hear. FL Panther Pothead. I do not envy periods. I mean, yeah, the performances are great too. Is the lawsuit against Netflix because the stream didn't work or because the fight was so bad? Yeah, I mean, if people paid for it and they weren't able to really watch it, then they should at least offer refunds. Should offer the month for free. You'd think Netflix would be able to handle that. Like if it was on YouTube, it would be fine, you know? Is the class action about bread because of the price of bread? Is it from the Loblaws? Really well shot. That's a great shot. Is it the painting? Juul open class action? What the fuck? What was that about? Why did you sue Juul? It's already closed. I can't do anything. And if it was in the US, I also can't do anything. Generally, these are federal things, right? You ruined it with that one last stroke. Now her ear looks stupid. Oh my god. No, why was Juul even sued? What what was the basis for the lawsuit? Did you win money in the class action because you were a minor that smoked, or just because you bought a Juul product once? Like, how do you even get in on that? Like, what's the basis for that? Like, what's the logic of you getting money from that? Would that not be a fine? Like, why is that class action? And how did anybody prove that it marketed its products to children? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? How did they lose that lawsuit? They must have the shittiest lawyers. What the fuck? They settled. Oh, that's so stupid. Why would they settle? How did you get money from that? Like, what's the basis for that? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. They shouldn't have lost that. That doesn't make any sense. I like how her face is in her pussy. What's an example of them marketing it to minors? Do they show minors smoking in their ads? Like, what do you mean? Do they put it in like Children's Network? Can you show me an example of the marketing materials? I'm kind of interested in that. You can post images in here, yes. Like link to a URL, I mean. And also for anybody that might be getting mad at me kind of like chatting over this film, just understand that like I'm also like writing a song in my head. So if I wasn't chatting, I'm still not like what's happening in my brain is I'm just not attached to the story. I'm sorry. They bought ads on Cartoon Network? No way. You have to post a link to that. Are those minors in the ad? What the fuck? Are those like minors in the ad? What's the smoking age in the US? 18, right? If it was on Cartoon Network, then that's the nail in the coffin. That's the smoking gun right there. That's a big no-no. It might be like different based. It might be like a state law thing. Late night programming. Yeah, I guess if it's on Adult Swim, that's not like an issue, right? If it's on Adult Swim, then who cares? If the models in the images were 21, I guess they just had so much money they could just settle. Maybe they classify minors as like 18, 19, and 20 still. In which case he might have like an argument. Maybe I should get in on that bread lawsuit. I've bought bread. Maybe I'll make $5. How do I get in on that? Claim form website. Click here. Submit claim. Okay, I've bought bread. It was expensive. I was hurt. How much is bread in Canada? $8,000 per gram. I've bought so much bread. Adieu. Lou, I watched this for the first time in the fucking theaters, and I had a better time watching it this time than then. Okay? I got through more than half of it and had a worse experience. So please don't try to rationalize my lack of interest in this film by looking at the result of my lack of interest, which is me chatting, and thinking that it's the cause of my lack of interest. Please do not confuse those two things. If you see me not paying full attention to the film, it is not the cause of me not paying full attention to the film. It is the result of me being not as interested in the film as you. I like that shot. So it was like kind of like a prophetic imagery earlier. There's a lot of great stuff in this movie. I'm just so not interested in the story. He'd be fucking quiet if it were the substance. I mean, I was saying things during the substance, but I was very energized and into it. I wasn't looking at chat at any point during the substance. I was just speaking my thoughts out loud. Like again, the distractions exist on another screen. If I'm looking at the other screen, it's because I'm not into the movie as much as you. And just because everybody else thinks that something is a masterpiece doesn't mean you have to pretend otherwise for your own personal experience. I know that social pressure affects a lot of you, but honesty is more important for me. I'm not watching Wicked in theaters. I'll probably do a watch along when it inevitably gets nominated for multiple Oscars. All right. So everything I've said, by the way, my defenses as to me not connecting with this film, the fact that remember I watched more than half of it in theaters, was more bored that time than watching it on stream. Everything I've said, be prepared to type those things to the inevitable angry people in the subreddit because my tendonitis is acting up and I'm not doing that myself, so I need your help. Okay? Be my keyboard warriors, please. Oh, there's more class action lawsuits I can get on? Yahoo? What did Yahoo do? Data breach? Do I have a Yahoo account? I don't think I do. I don't think I can do that one without lying. Wicked is only part one? Ew. Yeah, it's like it's stabilized. It's interesting. Maybe it was in post, actually. It looks like it was. That's a cool choice. I like that. It's a good movie. I just not connected. I didn't connect with that. I liked a lot of the filmmaking. It has no business being that slow. I think I gave Celine's other film like a 5. What was the other one I watched? She made a movie after this. Yeah, Petite Maman was not great. Well, we watched it. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, I can see why people really like this. I'm like kind of torn between a 6 and a 7. Like there's really beautiful stuff going on in this film. I'm never going to watch it again though. I feel like if I give it a 7, I might be tempted to watch it again. I think a 6 is a more true reflection of my feelings. So I'm rating it a 6, and here we go. There's going to be some drama in the subreddit. And I need all of you. I need all of you to be my keyboard warriors for me because my wrists and tendons are bad. Like it's fucking incredibly well made. And like lots of like love and talent going into the filmmaking. I really just don't get anything out of it from like a storytelling sense. Like a personal connection is just not there. And so I don't know what I can do about that. All right, so we're gonna watch either Smile 2 or Tetsuo the Iron Man. Tetsuo? Okay. I guess that would probably be the better movie, right? Thank you, Slevy. Was it Slevy? Yeah, Slevy. Thank you. Yeah, The Substance is such a fucking bop.